Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Fargo Season 1, Episode 7, Who Shaves the Barber, which is an ominous title. I am still very upset about Molly in the last episode. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that she is alive, and there was a lot of blood, and given that Fargo murders people left, right and centre, that's why I'm like, in another show I'd be like, she'll be fine. In Fargo I'm like, no, Molly. I am loving this show. I never know what to expect in an episode, and that is still true. Like, what the hell is Lester going to do now? But yeah, I mean, I know he's framed his brother, but like, you know, yeah, Lester, he's completely framed his brother, hasn't he? So he's gonna be fine. I am loving the show, like I said, and you know, Malvo now knows about Fargo and everything, so I'm excited to see where it goes next. Thank you so much to Albert for sponsoring this season. I hope you've enjoyed my reactions. I've definitely been enjoying it, and I can't wait. I've got 4 more episodes. I'm ready to get going. So yes, let us go back to Fargo. Okay, where is he waiting for, like an IA meeting or to see Molly? Oh, in hospital, maybe she's alive. Your dad's gonna... Oh god, he's got a gun in his bag, I forgot. I'm so frightened, like what's happening and how's Molly? Oh dear, is the gun gonna fall out of his bag? Yep. Yep. Are they gonna search his dad's house because of it? Your life is about to go to hell, my friend. Not that you're my friend. Oh god, have they found it? Oh my god, they're opening it now! That looks so suspicious that you're telling them to hold on and not open it. I know he doesn't know. But did he not have a permit for that one? Is that why he wanted them to stop?
I can explain that.
A hammer with, yes, your mother-in-law, your wife, your sister-in-law's blood and some sexy pictures of her. Your life is going to hell. I mean, I feel like if I was his wife, I would probably think he'd done it. Because the evidence is literally there. It's not even just he said, she said. There's evidence. I mean, oh god, what would you do in this situation, being completely framed? That is honestly one of those things that's really frightening to think about, is the concept of being framed.
My Gordo?
He had a handgun in his backpack, unloaded, thank gosh. You were in the room when Vern was shot. You had a shotgun pellet in your hand, same?
Would you say you were scared of your brother? Because, like, he threatened you or something? Is that what he's gonna say? He's obviously planned for this moment.
You guys knows once just for cracking wise at the state fair.
Yeah, I remember.
I love the accent. Sorry, every time I think Martin Freeman's accent just scares me.
So what?
So I went over to the top of the stairs to hear, you know. And she says,
This better be a good story that matches all the evidence.
love, is that what you think this is? Or something? You know, you're not half the man.
God, this is not the believable part.
And, he raises up the hammer.
He is a good actor, both Lester and Martin.
I don't know if he's gonna... Chaz, you know, he's...
You were afraid.
Oh, I was afraid.
I mean, it's a good story because it explains it, you know, he knows the killer knows him.
But I was in shock.
You would have been in shock if any of this was true.
I think time...
Oh, he's just so absorbed in the tale.
comes in, that makes me guilty of something, then, oh, I want you to throw the book at me. Put me in jail.
He's so good at acting. I feel like Lester has really stepped up into being a confident person in every way that is wrong.
She was my wife.
He's like, he's willing to give him an Oscar. You did it. Where did it hit her? They don't know there was so much blood last episode. Is she actually okay? Thank God. I was worrying over nothing. There's your future daughter and your future husband. I've decided this for you. But you don't have to get married if you don't want to. We'll just tell her, sweetie. She was there.
I shot you.
Well, that don't make sense.
A spleen. I'll get you a new one, I swear.
You better.
That's such a funny thing to say, I'll get you a new one.
Want some pop or something?
No, I want a new spleen. That's what I want, so...
Off you go.
Guess we both got bullet holes now, huh?
Proud of you.
He loves you so much. It's probably time to finally get that cleaned up, wouldn't you think?
Can I sit? Or did you want to kill me standing?
2 hombres took a run at me in Duluth.
Mexicans?
That's the wrong part of the sentence to be focusing.
It really is.
The point.
Well,
I would not be saying no to
my
Malvo.
position.
Look, I murdered someone for a guy I met in a hospital waiting room. For fun. Where are you going, sweetheart? Your BFF's dead. Malvo killed him. She wants information about Malvo. Give it to her. Dead. Malvo killed him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I never shot anyone before.
You're my first.
I'm gathering this wasn't your...
I love Molly. I'm so glad she's not dead.
If I could just talk to my brother.
He's not the guy to talk to. Ask for a lawyer. Ask for a lawyer. If you make it that far, if they don't kill you for killing their chief, because they may well do that.
Oh, hey. Heard you got arrested.
She's not gonna be happy about that.
No, she's not.
He's gonna do it because he likes.
Why don't I?
He's now a bit evil, so he likes to, you know.
Thanks. Just put him.
You can help us solve the case.
It's making my head hurt. This whole case. All the
Does she know about the brother yet?
pieces. And we always thought he had maybe alleged ties to organized crime. This,
Less alleged these days.
if we think, which we do,
Mm-hmm.
that Lester
I'm really enjoying watching her actually get to do good police work.
got bullied by...
That's ammunition, right?
He's just been let go
Go
and
back to Lester.
Oh, yeah.
found not guilty, and they found the guy that did it. They're closing the case.
I got him to sign off on taking you home.
Oh, Dad, my flowers.
She likes her flowers. She needs her flowers from her boyfriend.
Thanks for these.
Glad you like them.
I'm gonna put them in water as soon as I get home.
Ooh, he's off to Fargo. It's quite weird that this show is called Fargo when, like, it's quite, like, Fargo is just tangential. Oh, I can't even speak. I can't say that word. Fargo is loosely linked. Malvo's gonna come to the cops first. There's Malvo. I recognise him walking. Oh, he's just got loads of guns under his coat, and he's just gonna casually walk in. Oh my god! Farewell, Fargo. Farewell. This is a very low budget way to deal with this situation. Oh my god. Have the police noticed yet? Well, now the police are going to know something. They've only just noticed.
Jesus.
We just arrived. Focus on the...
Oh my god, yet pretend that they hadn't been sat outside the whole time.
The multiple gunshots. The shooter's still inside the building.
Is he now?
Patrolman than this.
Thanks.
By the way, you're getting no money from your husband.
Sweet.
Or does he think if he could try and woo her, then he can move into like Sam's house or something, and ultimately defeat him?
Greasy palms.
So romantic. Oh, I don't need this. Okay, Lester, this is kind of weird and creepy. Yep. She asked you to slow down because you're hurting her. Men. Ugh. Sorry, men who watch this. Wants the ghost.
Take you home and put you to bed.
Yes, you should, but you know your daughter.
He was having an affair with the wife. She broke it off.
What?
Yeah, beat her with a hammer.
Doesn't fit with any of the evidence other than the planted evidence.
I get it.
Oh, Molly.
Shouldn't you go home?
You should go home, okay? You can change it. You don't have to do anything tonight. I know, it feels like you were away and everything's falling apart, but you're okay. She's not okay because justice is not being done. Or does she think she got it all wrong? Surely she has faith in herself. Oh, I feel so bad for Molly. I mean, she is such a good policewoman. Like, she's such a good detective. I know at the moment I'm deep on the police, but Molly is a good cop. And I think I'm loving watching her grow in her own confidence in herself. And I mean, she was never not confident, but it's quite easy, especially as a woman in a male-dominated force, to be overlooked. And then, you know, she's been handed a lot of crap this season. You know, she lost her mentor, the mentor who said, oh, you're going to one day be my replacement, died, and then a terrible, useless old man got the job because he was an old white man. I mean, okay, probably because of seniority, but he's useless at it. And so to think that, you know, while she was off chasing leads, while she was shot, they have solved the case and got it wrong. I am hoping that she's sticking, that she knows she's right, and she's ultimately going to fight and prove that. But, you know, just feeling like the whole world is working against you, and that misjustice is being done, and that your mentor is getting that misjustice while you're dealing with a gunshot wound. I mean, she's hardly going to be resting these next few days, is she? It's interesting, though, because I honestly don't know where this is going to go in terms of, they found a lot of incriminating evidence in the brother's house. Now I suppose if you can find a lot more evidence on Lester, then the brother and like the wife can testify that he comes here, that, you know, he visits the house, he'd know how to get in, he might even have a key from when he was staying there, you know, they'd know exactly what Lester's access was, so maybe he'd be able to, they could, you know, convince a jury that it was Lester. But they could need Lester to confess, most likely. They'd need Malvo to confess. I mean, I doubt that's going to happen. So I'm honestly baffled, like, how is this show going to end? Obviously, don't spoil me. 3 episodes left. And I know because it's contained seasons, isn't it? Each season's different. So season 1 will end. They will resolve it or leave it unresolved. But the fact that we're getting this, I feel like it's got to be at least vaguely resolved. So I'm honestly just, how on earth are they going to do it? Now Molly and Gus are so sweet. I don't even care that this isn't the sort of show where you ship people. I'm shipping them. They just have this really sweet dynamic and like belief, and I just enjoy their dynamic so much. I enjoy their crime solving, and I enjoy the fact that she is the competent one and that he is the well-meaning but kind of useless one. I'm just really enjoying their dynamic, and I love his daughter, and I think like they just have a really good dynamic between them, and I really love Molly's dad. I love that we saw him at the beginning of the season, he was getting worried that she would also get shot and die, and now she has been shot, but he's still being supportive of her, he still takes her to the police station when she really should be resting. You know, I think there's a lot of good dynamics there that I'm really enjoying. Now, I am loving Lester as a character. You know, he's pretty despicable now. He started being like, kind of useless, but the fact that he was so self-pitying about how, like, you know, woe is me, my life is so awful, made him not likeable in it. And then, you know, the whole murdering his wife obviously was kind of a red flag, but he is just given into it now, and I mean, I suppose he's going to try and get her the money, given that he's now slept with her, but I could also see Lester, this new Lester, coming to see her the next day and being like, oh, really sorry, nothing I could do, money's gone, and he's got what he wanted, he's already slept with her, he's got one over on Sam, because Sam's dead, Lester, he's not going to know you did that, it means nothing but a weird little power trip for you and a really awful experience for her. But yeah, I mean, I hate Lester, but he's a really, really good character, and Martin Freeman is acting him fantastically. That whole scene in the interrogation room was so good. It was just, he was giving such a good performance, and it was so clearly rehearsed, and the fact that Bill was just sat there like, oh my god, emotions, was ridiculous. If a good cop like Molly had been there, they'd have read right through it. I mean, the biggest red flag was when his wife apparently said, you're half the man, not even half the man Lester is, because I mean, by society standards, he is significantly better than Lester, and then, you know, I don't know, why would you have been having an affair with him in the first place? I mean, it's just, it could go any way, but I thought that was such a brilliant scene, and, you know, it was a believable scene in that what we've seen so far is Bill is very useless, Bill is very easily led, and Bill has always believed that Lester was innocent. I think it's such a shame that Molly was shot and out of the picture when this happened, because she was getting through to Bill about Lester, that maybe she would have had some doubts, maybe, you know, it could have been planted. I don't think the brother did himself any favours by running in the house going, no, don't look, don't look, don't look, but that was because he had the unregistered firearm, wasn't it? So I suppose that does explain it. And if Lester knew it was an unregistered firearm, he knew that he'd freak out were the house to be searched. I do just hope the kid doesn't get in too much trouble for taking a gun into school, because he was totally innocent of that. But yeah, I honestly don't know where this is going to go next, and being a cop killer is not good, it's not healthy. So yeah, I am concerned in a way, but also just really excited. And then we have Malvo wiping out Fargo. Now, is that all of that Fargo gone? Are there I can't speak. Are they going to be even higher up? So they're going to be like, oh my god, everyone in our team's been massacred, let's go solve this. And Malvo's going to be in more trouble. Is Malvo going to want to go back to Bemidji and tie things up there? You know, I still think it's interesting that we're still seeing Malvo, because obviously he was still tied into this stuff, but like, where's that going to go? But, you know, Malvo as a character, again, I don't like him because he's a serial killing murderer, but I also love him. He just strolls up, oh, there's a police car, I'm just going to bumble past you, I'll take this gun out of my coat, and the policemen are just like, why are you eating your sandwich in the car? And this show is a really good vibe, like, it's a really, I think they toe the line very well in that it's ridiculous, but you believe it. It's a little bit over the top, but you believe it, but it feels real because every part of it is like that. You know, every part of it is a bit too much, and it works. And in the same way that tone helps soften the really dark material that's going on, murders and all sorts, but you don't feel like you're watching a Criminal Minds episode where your soul is just crushed by the terrible murders. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I can't believe it's like 3 episodes. I feel like so much has happened that where on earth is he going to go next? Are we ever going to see the supermarket king again? Obviously, he lost everything. He lost his son. He lost the money. Yeah, what on earth's going to happen there? Is that done now? Because, you know, Malvo's got his money. Has he like, you know, broken ties now? He's going to go off and ride off into the sunset with his money? But yeah, this show is fantastic. I can't wait to watch more. Thank you for watching.